Hello, I'm Renette Rumsa, and I'm the Curator of Interpretation for the Museum at the South Dakota State Historical Society in Pierre. Today, I'm going to show you how to make an 8-pointed wreath. To do this project, you're going to need 8 3x6 sheets of paper. And we have found that cardstock works best for this. So it's a little bit heavier paper, it stays folded much better. Let's get started on our wreath. You're going to have 8 sheets of paper like this, and the first step is to fold those papers in half with the open part facing up. So we're going to fold all of them in half. Do all 8 of them that way. Then your next step is going to be to take those folded papers with the open part up, and we're going to fold the corners in. Now we're going to fold both corners one way on these, so that this is your paper folded in half. Down comes one corner, down comes the other corner. That's step 2. Now once you've done that on all 8 of them, then what you're going to do is fold it in half with those corners on the inside. Let me show you that again on another one of these. You take your folded piece, your top is open, your corners are folded in, and now we're going to just make those corners meet inside and fold that piece in half. So you're going to wind up with 8 pieces that look like this. Now, to make it a little bit easier to envision what we're going to do, I always think of flipping these guys over, because now I want all my pieces to look like a little ship. So I'm going to flip them all over so that they are little ships floating along on my table here. All 8 of them are going to be with the long side up and the bow of the ship, so they're floating along. Now let's make a wreath out of these. I'm going to take one of them, and I'll show you what the bottom side looks like. If you look carefully on the bottom, you're going to see that there are 2 slots. 2 slots where the fold was. And it's really important to see those 2 slots, because that's where you're going to need to take, again, another little ship, and you're going to take the points of that ship and put 1 point in each of those slots. That's why it's important to have those slots open. Now, on the next one, you're going to do exactly the same thing. If those slots, sometimes they get very tight together, I take my pencil and I can kind of run my pencil into that slot a little bit, kind of open it up a little bit, makes it a little bit easier. Once they're open, see where my slots are. I'm going to take one more ship, and I'm going to take those points and run them right up into those slots. So you can see my wreath is starting to come together. Let me do one more of those. Pointed, 2 slots. One needs to be opened a little bit. Let me use my pencil. Open that one up a little bit. Remember, you want to always have the long side of these pieces has to be on the top in order to make this work. Then you take those 2 points, slide them into the slots. And as you go around, you do that with all 8 of them. I'll show you how the last piece fits together and how you hook them all together to make that wreath. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces all put together. I have one final piece that needs to go in there. He's going to go into this section here, this piece here. You can see my 2 slots. I'm going to slide this piece in. I might need to use my pencil to open up one of those sides a little bit. Come on, stay open. There we go. Oops. And now I'm going to, again, top points go in. Now I have all 8 pieces put together. Oops, my corners stay. And now I need to just run from the very first piece into the slot of the very last piece. And I'm going to use my pencil to kind of open up one side of this piece here. There we go. Now, the 2 points on that first piece slide into the slots on the last piece. Kind of squeeze them together. And there you have an 8-pointed wreath. Now, if as you're doing this, pieces kind of fall apart, that's fine. You can just take them and put them back together. You're not going to damage anything by doing them over and over. And there you get your 8-pointed wreath.